Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there in the YouTube universe today? Man, I feel like it's been a long time since I put up a video, and I apologize for that. It's just been crazy around here. I'll touch on a few things today. As we speak, I am, as you all know, there was the big Modelpalooza car show or model show, not just cars, but model show down in Orlando this past Saturday, and which I went down to and met up with Rusty K and Ramblers 69 Tom, and a good friend of his that Rusty and I just met, Dave, who is from London, and great guy. We had a ball down there. It was a lot of fun, and of course the highlight, as you guys know, is meeting Doc Cranky in person. So that was pretty cool. We had a real good time, and as we speak, I am uploading the first video. It's actually going to be two parts because it was kind of long, so I broke it down into two parts. And what I did is Rusty took a lot of the still pictures, and I took video, and I tried to get all of the builds that were there. Some of them, they came out better than others, but I tried to get them all. So keep your finger on your pause button. If you see something that you like, hit pause, because I may go right by it. So that's uploading as we speak. As a matter of fact, it is still stuck at 95%. So part one is. And then as soon as that's up, then I'll get part two up, and then I'll be getting this one up. So anyways, that was a really good time. That was the first show that I had ever been to, and it was a little overwhelming. The builds that were there, a lot of them were really, really good. Some of them were, they were good. I mean, all of them were good in one way or another. Some just a little better than others. But, hey, that's the way it goes. So anyways, next thing on the agenda is my cancer awareness build. I haven't forgot you, Cliff, buddy. Like I said, just been really, really busy. So I've touched on it a little bit with you guys. I'm building a 1970 Impala. I had actually a 1969 Impala. That was my very first car, but I could not find a 69 Impala anywhere. So I settled for the 70 because it is very, very similar to my 69 as far as body style and everything goes. The story, I'll just go over it briefly because I know I've mentioned it in previous videos. I've lost my grandmother to colon cancer, and this was her car. And when she passed away, my parents got the car, and my mom and dad gave it to me. So it was my first car that I ever owned. And then I lost my dad to stomach cancer. And my mom is a breast cancer survivor. So that's end on a happy note, right? So anyways, this build means a lot to me. One, because it's for my grandmother. Two, for my dad. Three, for my mom. And four, because it was my very first car. So I'm trying to do a lot of things with this car that I did with my real one-to-one car. Some of it's working, some of it's not working. I'll let you guys be the judge. So let me let me flip the camera around here and show you what I've got so far. Alrighty, I'll flip on another light here so we can get some light on the subject. Alrighty, so we'll start over here. Here's the body. It's a light blue. Now I was going to do the, I looked up the color for the stomach cancer that my dad had, and it's actually a periwinkle, and which I went out and bought it, and it's this color here, and it's a little too, it didn't match what my car was, so I went with a light blue, which is what my car was. It was a real light, almost like a baby blue color. So that's the body. And obviously we're not done with the body yet. I still got to do a lot of the trim work. I got to do the bare metal foil, which I'm going to do on this one. And I've got some other things that I'm not going to go into right now. I'll surprise you with that when I do the next update. But that's the body. Now, a little bit of a story behind this car is shortly after my parents had given me the car, they went on a vacation. They took my two younger brothers and my younger sister and left me home alone with a buddy of mine that was staying with us. Well, now you got to remember I was 16 at the time. Pretty much this is probably the first time that they left me home by, on my own while they were gone for an extended period of time. And I had a little bit of a bank account because I'd been working and everything. So my buddy and I got it in our heads that, hey, we're going to make this car mine. It's not going to look like Grandma's car anymore. Well, when they got home from vacation, the first thing my mom says was, your grandmother is probably rolling over in her grave right now. So let me show you, I'll show you the interior, because that I've got done, and that's part of what I'm not real happy about. But here's the chassis. Now, remember, I was a 16-year-old kid with his first car. And if you're wondering what all this is, I had put shag carpet in my car. Again, keep in mind this was the early 70s. So I went out and bought some remnants that matched the car. It was like a 3-tone shag carpet. It was a real light blue, a dark blue, and a black. And we put it on, as you can see, we put it on the dashboard, the rear deck, and on the floor, both in the front and back, which I'm not real sure if you're going to be able to see down in there or not. So in trying to replicate shag carpet is not that easy. I know I watched Dr. Cranky's video that he had put up a while back on doing carpet and your seats and whatnot, where you print like a picture of it and scale it down and then use the glue to adhere it to the seats and everything. And I really didn't want a picture like that, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to do it like a real shag carpet, just down the scale. And the first thing I tried was yarn. and that did not come out at all. I mean, as you can see, it's way out of scale. I mean, as small as I cut the pieces, it's way out of scale. It's just too big. So then I went to an idea that my mother had, was to get the thread that they use needlepoint when you're doing needlepoint work. So I bought that, and actually this was really good for the color. It just didn't have the black in it, but it had the light blue and the dark blue, and got some black, and I started cutting that up. Well, that didn't work too good either, because as you can see in this sample, the thread just, again, it was too big. It once you cut it down, it frayed a lot, and it just didn't look right. So I didn't really care for that. But the black did not do that. This black is what they call a metallic floss, and it's actually stiff, so it didn't fray when you cut it down real small. So I went back to the craft store again and was looking specifically for the metallic, and I found the real light blue and a dark blue. The only problem with that is it was metallic, and even cutting it up small, it still looked metallic. And the carpet, you don't have metallic carpet. So this is another little sample that I did here, playing with it, and this was looking better. It was getting closer, but again, like I said, it was just real shiny. So what I did is I got some dull coat and put it through my airbrush and sprayed it with dull coat, and that took the shine right out of it. So I've got it in there, and I'm sure you can tell by looking at it, I've got a couple of bare spots that I've got to go back and touch up. So, but that's about as close as I could come to replicating shag carpet. So that's the interior, and I had the front seat while we were doing all this work on the car, because I haven't told you even half of what we did yet. But I sat down on the front seat with a screwdriver in my back pocket. Don't ever sit on your front seat with a screwdriver in your back pocket. I put a big old gash in the front seat. So I didn't want my parents to see the gash. So I went out and bought a black seat cover to put over it. And my excuse was I was just trying to tie in the black from the carpet in with the rest of the car. It worked. I don't think they ever knew about the gash in the seat. Of course, my mom's going to now because she watches these videos. But hey, you know. Anyways, the other thing we did is I went out and bought some Krager mag wheels for it, which you can see I do have on the car. And in the back, and you can start to see the rake of the car here, the way the stance of it. The back, we put air shocks on the back to raise up the back end, and then I bought some G60 L60 tires, yeah, L60 tires, which were the big wide tires, which again I couldn't find any on any websites, so I just got the tires that are on here are slicks. My car wasn't slicks, but they were bigger tires than what was in the front, and that's what I was going for. So that's the chassis. Now to and the stomach cancer that, or I'm sorry, the colon cancer that my grandmother passed away from is a dark blue. And the interior of the car was a dark blue. So that's, I've got that tied in. I got the dark blue for her. And as you can see, my mom being a breast cancer survivor, there's the pink for her. And I did the engine, even though my engine was not, obviously was not pink, but I did the engine in pink because of the fact that one way of looking at the engine is that it is the heart of the car. And that's the way I look at my mom. She is the heart of our family. So that's why I chose to paint the engine pink. So that's what we got there. Anyways, that's about it on the update of the cancer awareness build. And the next video that I'll be doing is I'll do an update on the cancer awareness build. It should hopefully be done on my next one. And I will also show you the haul that I made from the model car show, and I found another website that I'm going to share with everybody, and I'll give you that website, the address and everything, and I'll put a link to it on that video. But I found a pretty good website out there. They've got some good prices and some pretty cool kits. So in the last couple of weeks, Papa Dan went kind of crazy buying kits. So the next video, you'll see a mountain of kits here on my bench, and I'll share with everybody what I got. So that's it from Papa Dan's workshop here. Let me check on this video real quick. Let's see where it's at here. See, where are we at here? Still 95%. So, and it seems like it is stuck for some reason. Okay, well, let me look into this, see why this isn't uploading, so I can get it up there for you guys. And we'll talk at everybody on the next video, all right? Have a good day now. Talk to you later. Bye.